Prime Minister addresses need for support in Hela. Markets observe countless visitors during the festive season. And PNG now a member of the Council of Palm Oil Producing Countries. A very good evening. This is National MTV News. I'm Jaylee Sapies. Thank you for joining us. The Prime Minister, in his recent visit to his electorate, stressed that frontline workers across the country need great support from government agencies and senior officials based in Waigani government offices.
Thank you very much.
During his visit, the Prime Minister was moved to see several coastal families, doctors and other professionals who have left the comfort of their home provinces to serve the people of Hela. He said these public servants are an inspiration. He called on government servants across Papua New Guinea to rise to the challenge of delivering better services to the nation. Looking ahead to the public service dedication ceremony later this week, Prime Minister Marape urged all public servants to reflect on their roles and responsibilities. He said they are paid with taxpayers' money to serve the people and must work tirelessly to meet the needs of the nation. Louis Mango, National MTV News.
Thankful for the security upheld during the festive season are those in the informal sector making ends meet through day-to-day marketing of fresh produce.
Unmoved by the festive period, it seems, the informal sector keeps up momentum, maintaining a livelihood. The markets in the nation's capital attest to this. Acknowledging the quiet of the festivities, Wendy, a 30-year-old mother of three who lives in Brown River outside of the city, expressed that she had no issue bringing her garden produce to Malauro Market to sell, an activity that sustains her family of five.
Safety, heavy to boomy, road to Nogat Street, safety go. So market boom to plus I make him the school side now. Some side blood die, me plus I helping.
Supporting her statement was Rose from the Southern Highlands, who resides at Vada Vada in the nation's capital.
School beginning the bus mostly alive, but sometimes I read the mouse that sleep too. Okay, sometimes I plant your three blah blah beginning start. The man does some pass time to sit down or go sleep your house, come back. This is still in the life, that's all.
While the Malauro Market presented a much calmer sight during the weekend, Koki Fish Market was different. The market sees fishermen come from as far as the coastal areas, Hula in the Central Province, Daro in Western Province, and even Milimbe Province to sell, attracting as well different customers from locals to expatriates.
Side lo customer. You look at him, Koki, fish market yet. Side lo customer, you name him. This all got a business. Houses in Chalo, pot must be. All got a yet shall come. You mean him this restaurant na, hotel na. One more chef lol na one more come freely straight. Even though China stop blame you too. By look him all come le one the pikinini blow, lopa carem all baby blow na come. Though you can have crime blow Koki, but also have come yet.
Curry, who's also the acting OIC of the market, noted that there were minor security disturbances over the festive period.
I mean, earlier was lo morning, was shift ko change. Problem ko come up na late lo afternoon. Shall namel about them, alright, police make you walk all around too. All look at them ko na.
However, he said despite this, the market still bustles with customers from all walks of life and strives to keep it conducive to benefit the trading community there. Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
Papua New Guinea has achieved a historic milestone by securing membership in the Council of Palm Oil Producing Countries, formalized on the 30th of December 2024.
This membership places Papua New Guinea alongside palm oil giants as Malaysia, Indonesia and Honduras, aligning the nation with global leaders in sustainable palm oil production. Speaking as the member for Alotau and Shadow Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government and National Fisheries, Honourable Ricky Morris has praised the achievement, highlighting its transformative potential for the nation's agricultural sector and the economy. He said palm oil is PNG's highest agricultural revenue earner, contributing an impressive $1.3 billion in exports in 2022 alone, making it our third largest export commodity and placing us among the top 5 palm oil exporters globally. Mr. Morris stressed that as PNG works to expand its palm oil industry, it must do so in a way that is mindful of the environment and compliant with international sustainability standards. He emphasized the need to adopt sustainable land use policies, minimize deforestation, and implement environmentally friendly farming techniques. MP Morris said PNG's membership in CPOPC provides a platform to learn from countries like Malaysia and Indonesia, who have made strides in achieving sustainable palm oil production. Mr. Morris also expressed his gratitude to the Palm Oil Minister, Honourable Francis Maneke, and the hard-working board and management for their 216,000 kina funding in March 2024 that provided subsidies for seedlings and fertilizer, directly benefiting small growers in Milne Bay Province. Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Nipla Halivim Wari Bilong You.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Get ready for the return of Autonome in 2025, bringing to you fresh ideas and expert tips for enhancing your home and lifestyle. We're back exploring the outdoors on Out and About, staying active with health and fitness, caring for your furry friend on pet care, and so much more. Autonome returning with a new season, February 2025, on your number one to watch, NTV.
You're watching National MTV News. In the last media conference of Prime Minister James Marape on the 31st of December 2024, PM spoke on boosting internet connectivity with a potential partnership with Starlink in February 2025.
PM reiterated on the partnership of Starlink with the country's primary telecommunications provider, Telecom Limited, to expand internet access. He said Starlink might be visiting PNG in February 2025.
We're working with Telecom. There's a court case that Ombudsman has run against Starlink coming in. We're working with Telecom to see if we could bring in Starlink as a partner of Telecom in February next year. Starlink at the highest or second highest has made contact, and they might be visiting our country in February next year.
According to reports, Ombudsman Commission brought National Information and Communication Technology Authority, or NICTA, to court over Starlink because the communication issued a directive to NICTA preventing them from granting a network operator license to Starlink without further public consultation. After the court ruling, the case is subjected to a judicial review. Reports stated as well that NICTA has taken a consultation process on the matter as provided under the Act to engage with wider stakeholders. In the meantime, NICTA has submitted an application for judicial review of Ombudsman Commission's decision to stop the issuance of the license to Starlink, and the National Court has granted the leave of the application on the 10th of September 2024. Judge Susan Pardon Sally on the matter said she was satisfied that the plaintiff met all the requirements of the leave application, and the plaintiff has an arguable case on the Ombudsman Commission's decision. Louis Maingu, National MTV News.
The new year brought a wave of sadness for some in the Huon Gulf district, with tragic incidents reported in both the Morobe and Salamaua local level government areas.
In Donna Ward 14 of the Morobe local level government, a tragic series of events unfolded, leaving 25 houses, including 2 permanent structures, destroyed by arson, and over 200 people homeless. The situation worsened with the murder of one individual, which authorities confirmed was linked to the consumption of homebrews. While a suspect behind this was noted to have been apprehended by police, the issue of homelessness remains unresolved due to what authorities on ground said is lack of funding capacity to conduct assessments of houses and property lost during the incident. Adding to the community's concerns, a boat from Bosadi Ward 8 in the local level government has been missing for 2 weeks. Efforts to address these pressing matters are hindered by funding delays as the Christmas police operation budget remains locked within the Treasury. The district administration is appealing for the urgent release of funds to enable further operations and assessments. Meanwhile, in the Salamaua local level government, a fatal boat collision claimed 1 life instantly when 2 boats collided near Lagui, Salamaua. Survivors swam to safety at the nearby Salamaua Point. In Lagui village, a drunken individual causing disturbance was killed by villagers. This led to a retaliation by the victim's family, resulting in the destruction of 14 houses. Special Response Unit intervened to restore order. It was reported that 2 suspects involved in the murder have been handed over to police custody. The Huon Gulf District Administration, under the leadership of Honorable Jason Peter, member for Huon Gulf and the Minister for Community Development, Youths and Religion, now calls for immediate action to address the unresolved issues, including homelessness in the Morobe local level government, the missing boat, and the ongoing security operations. Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
While many people have criticized the Connect PNG program, Prime Minister James Marape said it is progressing well in connecting major roads in Papua New Guinea.
Prime Minister Marape, while highlighting the achievements of the year 2024, disregarded criticism from the people.
Infrastructure sector still keeps on receiving our support. Connect PNG is running. It's the race to link all parts of our country. Some complain that Connect PNG is not a good program. I want to say the intention is good. It is reaching parts of our country not reached before. Today you run from Ley to Hagen. It takes you lesser time than what it used to take before. The O'Neill government gave the first contract. The Marape government gave the second contract to overlay to make sure it's tidied. Marape government gave a third contract for bridges. So right from Ley all the way to Hagen, you'll have a 2-lane bridge running. The Highlands Highway is the #1 economic road, so we'll get it really into a top world-class highway at the very earliest.
He said that this program has enabled the linking of the major roads in the country, highlighting the major roads that are connected.
I want to say that Hiritano Highway is being worked upon. A full length of contract has been issued. Magi Highway, there'll be a next phase of contract overlaid. The Ley-Madang Road is a road that we have work done in patches, but a full scale of work will be running. Make a road running from East Manus to West Manus. It is not there yet, but contract has been issued there. They've now gone past about 15 kilometers outside of Loringa town. We also have roads contract being done on Kimbe to Kokopo, and of course I was in Bougainville early this week and late last week. I saw the road myself. I was not happy that we have been slow on this one. I've come back asking Works Department to make sure that from Kokobao to Buin, the roads are given greater support. So a road is running in major highways that we have in our country to anchor as we link up the missing links.
He said the aim is to connect the missing links, enable the economic activities, adding that it includes not only roads but jetties, airports and airstrips as well. PM Marape added that the focus of the infrastructure will be holistically and it is not a 1 or 2 years project. PM adds the people to think about what they can do to contribute to the country moving forward this year.
Has seen its fair share of ups and downs, but I want to galvanize the entire country from wherever you are. Our people from the autonomous region of Bougainville to the westernmost part of our country, wherever you are, I want to ask you, think not on what the country can do for you, but ask and think about what you can do for your country. It is important. It is an important question. How can I contribute to the betterment of my country?
Marape also thanked the development partners including Australia, Japan and China among others who have contributed to this program. Lauren Jimal, National MTV News.
Madang Governor Ramsey Pariwa presented a check of 5 million kina to the Madang Provincial Works Department earlier this week. The check presentation was done to kickstart major upgrading and sealing of the Madang Central Business District roads.
The check was presented to the Madang Provincial Works Manager John Pora under the PSIP fund of the province. Governor Pariwa explained that the 5 million kina project was given to Madang Department of Works and Highways because they have the expertise and machineries and are qualified to build the roads to standard. The governor said he is not forgetting the major district trunk roads in the province. He explained that these roads would be funded later. However, he is starting with the Madang CBD because it is where shops and businesses are done and also people from the districts converged onto.
District gono LLG igon set lol ward na strati mo samlaol district or trunk road provincial trunk road stop by me walk long am na go. So yumi am number 1 reason Madang yumi maskim facelift long am now. This Dolik street blue yumi by me rausim gradim na yumi silim yumi put him good la kolta igwata Imi straight him, Mr. Biet lo support him. Money go sort lo way, talks away, me come by me support him, put him really money yet, imi give him facelift, na imi finish him, put him on footpath, pavements, on man ba walk about, sample street lights, imi put him can alarm Madang light. Madang stablo, to talk longer time.
The town mayor, Peter Yalsi, thanked the governor for his wisdom in putting funds to upgrading and sealing of the Madang CBD road. Likewise, the president of the Madang Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Kevin Murray, praised the young governor for considering the business center of the province. Louis Mango, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
It's time to go back to school. Is this the place to go? Please don't forget the golden rule. Is this the place to go? Hey, mums and dads, don't make a fuss. Is this the place to go? Get the school supplies from us. Is this the place to go? Everything you need for school. Is this the place to go? Be sure to keep the teacher cool. Is this the place to go? Ring, ring goes the bell.
Theatist for all your school stationery.
People have different views about this situation that we are currently going on.
So vote of no confidence is an accountability mechanism.
Talk to you about our Project Zero, focuses on energy poverty.
In Focus returns in February 2025, a weekly news and current affairs talk show which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and the region. We engage in discussions with key decision makers and influential figures across politics, industry, economics and business, as well as health, social, cultural and environmental sectors.
Right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Now to overseas news. 4 of the 8 states and territories are set to experience heatwave conditions through to today and through to tomorrow.
In New South Wales, the worst of it is set to hit the southeastern corner, with temperatures expected to reach the 40s. In WA, parts of the Pilbara and the southern and northern interior will receive the brunt of the conditions, and in Victoria, the east and central are set to see the mercury climb. Further south, the north and east of Tasmania, including the Furneaux Islands, will be impacted. Authorities are warning vulnerable people to take heat stress precautions. Senior meteorologist Miriam Bradbury has the latest.
We are going to see very, very hot conditions throughout Victoria once again today. In fact, temperatures fairly similar to what we saw yesterday, possibly even a degree or so higher. For Melbourne, that means we're looking at a top of 38 degrees. For places further north, further inland, pushing into the 40s. Mildura, could see as much as 42 degrees today. What that means for the fire dangers is that we are seeing a spike across more districts. So we do have extreme fire dangers and fire weather warnings in place for the Mallee district, the North Central and the Central District, which is where Melbourne is. But it is worth noting that the CFA and Victorian Fire Services have issued total fire bans, not just for those districts at extreme fire danger ratings, but for all of Western and much of Central Victoria as well. So really, really dangerous conditions out there on such a hot day. We are seeing some districts reaching high fire dangers through New South Wales as temperatures swelter today, even into tomorrow as well. We, of course, are seeing those 40-degree plus temperatures across inland areas, but that heat is really pushing towards the coast as well. For example, the south coast and parts of the Illawarra, pushing all the way up to the Hunter. We're seeing temperatures in the mid to high 30s, which is of course triggering those heat wave conditions there. In fact, we're seeing pockets of locally extreme heat waves for parts of the south coast, really just emphasising how hot it is. Sydney is going to see its hottest day tomorrow, pushing into the low 30s, but those western suburbs could see temperatures pushing towards 40 degrees tomorrow. South Australia and Tasmania also seeing temperatures well above average, but plenty of heat sitting over Western Australia as well. The far southwest coast is looking a little milder, but particularly across those inland parts of the state, the heat is certainly generating some concerns there too.
The political turmoil continues in South Korea as protesters, both for and against the impeached president, came out amid police presence.
Thousands of protesters have taken to the streets here in Seoul, both in support of and against the impeached President Yoon Song-yeol. Here, people are calling for the arrest of the president, and as you can see, there are thousands of people here. This road, in fact, is at least 8 lanes wide. It's completely closed to traffic and full of people. But we've seen huge numbers come out in support of the president as well. Obviously, people here, they want to see the president fully investigated for his actions a month ago when he declared martial law completely unexpectedly. It was blocked by the parliament and he lifted it about 6 hours later, but the damage was done. He was later impeached, and now the Corruption Investigation Office is investigating him for insurrection and abuse of power. But on the other hand, his supporters are saying that they want to stand by, protect the president. Some of them have told them, and North Korean forces. So clearly that invocation of anti-state actors when the president declared martial law, despite him not really offering any firm evidence of any such conspiracy, clearly that's resonated with his base.
I strongly agree that under the Yoon Suk-yeol administration, the police suppressed protesters with excessive force. I feel great anger because the police are being so recalcitrant to protesters even after the president's behaviour.
In this kind of unjust society, we are not going to comply with the society, but we are holding this protest to oppose the government, so that our country moves towards a true democracy.
The president himself is holed up in his residence. He has been for some days. Of course, on Friday, we saw the anti-corruption agency and police try to execute that warrant to detain him for questioning. Now, they were unsuccessful. Of course, they were blocked by the Presidential Security Service. And there's been a lot of speculation here in South Korea about what they might do next, because they only have until Monday to execute that warrant. Now, officials have asked the acting president, because of course President Yoon has been suspended from his duties since his impeachment, so officials have asked the acting president to instruct the Presidential Security Service to allow that arrest, but it remains to be seen if that will happen. The acting president is, of course, dealing with the investigation and the aftermath of the horrific Jeju airplane crash which occurred a week ago, killing 180 people. So it remains to be seen whether he will give those instructions to the Presidential Security Service. So everyone here really waiting to see whether the anti-corruption agency once again attempts to arrest the president and if they will again be blocked by the President's Security Service.
On the 5th of January 1975, the city of Hobart was changed forever. 12 people died when a fully laden ship left a yawning gap in the Tasman Bridge, severing the link between the city centre and almost a third of its residents, marking the 50th anniversary of the disaster.
Surfaces covered with rubble, twisted lumps of metal and concrete. What have you found since you've been on the river tonight?
Oh, one hell of a mess at the moment. We've taken in about 8 survivors ourselves.
A complete span was ripped out of the bridge by the 11,000-ton freighter Lake Illawarra, now lying at the bottom of the River Derwent.
Just on the other side, we can still see the lights burning of one of the 2 cars that was lucky enough to avoid dropping into the river when the bridge collapsed there.
That car was Frank Manley's Monaro. Frank had been driving his family home to Cambridge from the Huon Valley.
The missus and I spotted the white line missing.
He hit the brakes and the car skidded on an angle towards the gap, catching on its edge.
The car was like a seesaw. The car was rocking back and forth like that.
When Frank opened the wide driver's door, most of the space below the opening was the drop to the river below. He had to swing himself towards the back of the car to escape.
It's a scratch on the roof where I had my hand up and the steel watchband put a scratch on the roof.
Murray Ling was in the other car left hanging over the gap.
And I must have slowed down pretty dramatically, and a guy just flashed past me, and he was only feet in front of me, and he just disappeared. And that's when I hit the anchors.
Murray Ling stopped about 20 feet back.
Alan Townsend has heard more personal stories than most. He recorded oral histories in 2012 for a major exhibition. Police officer Phil Butler told Alan how it felt that night, being on the bridge with its tensioning cable severed.
The bridge basically, once it was disconnected from the other side, had started to sway. And he said he could feel it moving, probably 6 inches either direction under his feet.
12 people died that night, 5 in cars that went over the edge and 7 crew members of the Lake Illawarra. The Marine Board of Inquiry found Captain Bolslov Pelk guilty of careless navigation.
A proposal to build up 600 wind turbines on West Australian farmland has divided regional communities and is part of the state government's decarbonation plan.
Reaching more than 200 metres above farmland, a wind testing tower near Narrogin. Built almost 2 years ago, it's measuring wind strength and consistency, feeding data to wind farm developers, part of the state government's target to provide 2,000 megawatts of renewable power within 5 years, foreshadowing a fundamental change of land use in the central wheat belt.
We need about 2,000 megawatts this decade. Our projections show we need about 50,000 megawatts of new electricity supply through to 2050.
Hundreds of giant turbines, some reaching 280 metres tall, will be built on ridge lines stretching from Narrogin and Williams to Wagin, Arthur River and Darkin.
I had 2 years ago presumed there might be 50 in our shire alone. Within 3 or 4 shires, I've scarily heard there could be up to 1,200.
The scale and speed of the rollout has some developers, communities and councils concerned.
It's going to change the landscape, and that's one thing that we've got to be aware of. Some people love them, some people hate them.
but it's going to change our landscape.
That's in law, that's something that must happen.
Worrying local leaders and residents is the lack of information from the state government about the long-term economic benefits to small towns and future legal protection for landowners affected by the towers.
We want development, and every regional town wants development, but they want the development to be long-lasting for their community, and that's what we're nervous about.
All of our little towns could gain that housing growth which we desperately need. If we could get that as a promise rather than a hypothetical yes maybe, I think we'd be a lot more amenable to what these entities are proposing.
New South Wales and Queensland have introduced guidelines for developers and communities, and residents want to know why WA is lagging behind.
This is $1 billion industry, $1 billion project. As farmers, we're busy running our farms. We're trying to help power the state. Where is the guidebook?
Wheatbelt communities with an uncertain future, facing a 5-year deadline.
The search for a young hiker who went missing in the Kosciuszko National Park is entering its 11th day. Specialist search operators have been flown in to find Hadi Nazari, who was last seen on Boxing Day.
The search is still ongoing here for Hadi Nazari, the 23-year-old man from Melbourne, here in Kosciuszko National Park. Just for a bit of background, the young man was hiking with friends, hiking along the Hennell Spur Trail, which is a really remote part of the park and quite a dense hike to be undertaking. So how we split off from friends was they were descending the trail after hiking it for a couple of days, and Hadi decided to take some photos, and so the friends continued down the mountain and split off from each other. And it wasn't until a couple of hours later that his friends then alerted authorities, and that's when the search party commenced, and it has been since then for about a week and a half now. The only sign that's been found of Hadi in Kosciuszko National Park around that Hennell Spur Trail is hiking poles and rubbish. So they were found near Kosciuszko Creek, and that basically refocused the search and has remained the centre point of the search since for authorities, because it's the only clue they've really had of Hadi since. Since then, they've really had no sign for the young man. Just to describe the bush that they're dealing with, the authorities, it's dense, rugged wilderness, and it's very intense. Like, you can go off track 10, 20 metres and become seriously lost. That's what I've been told by authorities. In terms of the resource efforts, it's tremendous amount of resources, over 300 personnel. That's volunteers and paid personnel from National Parks and Wildlife Service to even surf life-saving choppers are here on the ground and up in the air trying to find Hadi and friends. What's really fascinating and quite amazing, there's these specially trained bushwalkers that they've actually flown up into the most remote parts of the track, and they've dropped them into those really inaccessible parts because, one, it's really exhausting to get onto those parts of the bush via foot, and two, it gives them a bit of a head start and access those really fine and close, tight spots. 6 of those hikers actually slept on the track overnight just to get a head start. But fire and rescue, surf life-saving, even National Parks and Wildlife Service are just some of the authorities that are part of this huge search in effort to try and find Hadi. Now, Hadi's family has mentioned that they would like to see more. They've publicly mentioned to New South Wales Police that they would like to see interstate help enlisted, but that has not yet come into fruition.
National MTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favourite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods. Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work. But now, it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus we're ready to go.
Nipla Halivim Wari Belong You.
Sports Scene returns in February 2025. Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes are on popular how an NRL team based here.
Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Trending athletes. And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel.
And then all the younger ones will follow.
Join me in February for Sports Scene, only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. NCD Governors Cup concluded its 2024 to 2025 season today at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium this afternoon.
8 Mile Settlers claimed the NCD Governors Cup men's title after a convincing 22-12 win over the Mountain Bulls. Though the Bulls started strong in the early stages with quick tries, they couldn't contain the Settlers, who scored 4 unanswered tries in the remainder of the game to seal the win. Mountain Bulls dominated the opening 15 minutes as they scored back-to-back tries to lead 12 points to nil. Eight Mile Settlers hit back in the 20th minute with a try beside the uprights. Just on the stroke of half-time, Settlers scored their second try as they trailed behind 10 points to 12 at half-time. Settlers maintained momentum in the second half with 2 more tries to claim the cup. Meanwhile, in the men's plate grand final, 6 Mile Tigers beat G Hood Vikings 10 points to 2. In the Women's Governors Cup Challenge, Tobalau were crowned champions after they beat 6 Mile Tigers 12-0. Pakatambua, Trukai Sports.
The KCK Rigo Rice Rugby League competition, an initiative by Rigo Rice, aims to promote rugby league while marketing its brand.
The competition consisted of 80 teams from the 4 electorates in Port Moresby, and the prize money including logistics and security worth 300,000 kina. Speaking to Trukai Sports, KCK Rigorized Competition CEO Max Steve Pauly emphasized that rugby league, being the most popular sport in Papua New Guinea, provides an excellent platform for fostering sports development and keeping youths engaged during the festive season. Pauly clarified recent speculations, stating that the competition is not politically motivated but entirely focused on community development. The primary purpose of the event is to enhance the growth of rugby league and build recognition for Rigorized brand. The local Rice having operated for 5 years, Rigorized has kicked off the competitions to strengthen its presence in the market and connect with communities. Pauly stated that such initiatives encourage positive involvement and serve as a tool to keep young people away from trouble. However, one of the main challenges has been public skepticism, with many doubting the legitimacy of the 200,000 prize money. Pauly reassured that the prize is authentic and urged communities to embrace the competition as an opportunity to uplift sport and youth in the region. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The POM corporate volleyball competition is set to kick off competition with the introduction of the tier system.
This revamped structure will bring a dynamic competitive edge to the league while promoting fairness and high-intense matchups. With the introduction of the tier divisions and promotion relegations, the competition will expand categories. Teams will be grouped into Premier Division, Division 1, Division 2 and the newly added Division 3 based on Season 5 2024 final placing results. New teams start in Division 3 and must fight their way up. Each division will have its own grand final, crowning the best team in that division. With the tier system, it will ensure teams play against opponents of similar strength, fostering more competitive matches. POM CVC has also introduced new divisions for Season 6, Mixed Division, Junior Development Divisions and Premier League Division. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
PNG International Rugby League player Kevin Apple has spoken out following allegations.
The 25-year-old responded on a trending report circulating on social media, stating that he was sacked and terminated. In his recent post, Apple clarified that he was released upon request and not sacked and terminated following the speculations. According to Bradford Bull's statement, Kevin Apple's contract has been cancelled after West Yorkshire Police charged the 25-year-old with rape, sexual assault and 2 counts of assault. The Bradford Bull spokesperson also said the search for a suitable quality replacement is underway. Kevin Apple will appear at Bradford Magistrates Court on Monday. The PNG International joined the Bulls in 2023 before signing a new 2-year deal in August last year. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The president of the Papua New Guinea Bowling Association, Graham Sakora, has called on the government to prioritize lawn bowling and provide the necessary support to promote the sport across the nation.
The President, Graham Sakora, emphasized that lawn bowling is an inclusive sport, appealing not only to older demographic but also to young people and even children.
But this sport has a history of delivering. So I think that's a challenge to all the major organizations, including private and government, to at least look to support us too. We're getting big headlines about rugby league going to Australia to join the NRL. Yeah, and we have sports here who are lacking support. You know, there's facilities here that's been run down. How can we support everyone in PNG? Not everyone plays rugby league. Only young people within a certain age play. I know the audience is a lot, but there's people who are enjoying life when they're in the 60s, playing bowls. They need support from government too.
Mr. Sakora said this is a game that can be played by anyone, regardless of age, and it offers great benefits for both physical and mental health. Haro Raka, 2014 Commonwealth Game PNG Lawn Bowling representative, echoed the sentiment, highlighting the sport's potential to unite people of all ages. Raka noted that lawn bowling is a game that fosters community spirit and encourages healthy competition, and she called for greater recognition and support to enable more opportunities for aspiring bowlers.
I think bowling should be given prominence because it's not only the young ones playing or the old ones. It's a sport that keeps you healthy. For me personally, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for this game. I think the government should look at more sports that involve the wider population, from the youngest to the oldest. And I think bowls is one of the games that anybody can play.
Additionally, 13-year-old Ethel Akike, a member of the PNG Junior Lawn Bowling Program, shared her experience of playing bowling. She represented Bisini Bowling Club and played in Goroka and Leh.
I find it interesting because there's not many people at my age playing, and to be a very young lady, a girl, to represent bowling is so nice because as I traveled around the country, I saw many of my other my same size playing there as well.
The PNG Bowling Association hopes that with increased government backing, lawn bowling will gain the recognition it deserves, allowing the sport to grow and flourish in Papua New Guinea. Louis Maingo, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
Kids, it's time to go back to school. Is this the place to go? Please don't forget the golden rules. Is this the place to go? Hey, mums and dads, don't make a fuss. Is this the place to go? Get the school supplies from us. Is this the place to go? Everything you need for school. Is this the place to go? Be sure to keep the teacher cool. Is this the place to go? Ring, ring goes the bell.
Theatist for all your school stationery.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Get ready for the return of Autonome in 2025, bringing to you fresh ideas and expert tips for enhancing your home and lifestyle. We're back exploring the outdoors on Out and About, staying active with health and fitness, caring for your furry friend on pet care, and so much more. Autonome returning with a new season, February 2025, on your number one to watch, NTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, True inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Moving to overseas sports, Melbourne Stars have won their second game in the Big Bash cricket season, defeating the Melbourne Renegades by 5 wickets at the MCG.
Englishman Jacob Betherill top scored with 49 for the Renegades, setting their crosstown rivals a target of 169 to win. In response, Marcus Stonis and Ben Duckett shared an 83-run partnership before late cameos from Hilton Cartwright and Glenn Maxwell saw the Stars home with 2 balls to spare.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Moni Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected, and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Sports Scene returns in February 2025. Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes are on popular how an NRL team based here.
Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Trending athletes. And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel.
And then all the younger ones will follow.
Join me in February for Sports Scene, only on your #1 to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoniPlus, with you always.
The weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City partly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Daru mostly cloudy with rain showers. Kerama sunny to partly cloudy with possible rain drizzles periods. Alotau mostly sunny to partly cloudy with chances of few afternoon showers and possible thunderstorm. and Popondetta partly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Sunday, the 5th of January 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's Smile O'Clock.
It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Smile O'Clock. Time o'clock. So brush, brush, brush. Everybody is up, up, up. Everybody brush, brush, brush.
Coming up next.
Number 1.
At 7 p.m., The Voice. 8:30 p.m., Staff The British Store. 9 p.m., 16 Minutes. 10 p.m., Sunday.